and mistrust. Like, do we even know what it really means? Like, seriously though. Intolerance is the unwillingness to accept the behavior of someone from you, which can lead you to hate crimes and discrimination. While mistrust is a general lack of trust or confidence that takes the form of unease, which is most likely based on feelings than experience, Anyhow, there are many ways the Caribbean can be characterized, such as racism and classism, which can fall under discrimination. But let's differentiate racism and classism, because we tend to mix these two up a bit. The Caribbean is a geographic space which aggregates a number of different excesses. You have different types of people coming from different parts of the world, settling into these small islands, and also showing how these different ethnic groups can live together. And from that, we need to approach this in definition. To me, I would define racism as an hostile attitude to a person or group based off your own preconceptions, which is usually driven by a sense of your own superiority based off race. And classism is similar to those things, but is mostly being driven by class rather than race. But in the Caribbean, I would like to believe that class and race are kind of intertwined when you look at the distribution of economic resources and power in most parts of the Caribbean. That doesn't necessarily follow through though. So it really makes you ask the question, whether there are other factors that play in terms of wealth or how opportunities within the Caribbean are distributed and how those constructs come together. In most of the Caribbean countries that I know of, some people will tell me that racism doesn't exist in their country, but classism does. But to my knowledge, classism is connected to racism. A lot of classism behavior is mostly directed to persons who typically of, I don't want to say African descent, but it's mostly visible as opposed to persons who are mixed in some way, carrying other social classes. People are more likely to find themselves in the lower class levels in the Caribbean if they are of certain ethnicities than if they are not. This really shows why I think racism and classism kind of intertwine, There's a long history behind that with the field slaves versus the house slaves, that being encouraged and actively cultivated by the plantocracy as a way to divide and conquer. With that being said, I think the two, which are two different things, but I believe that they are connected and that race is a part of classism in the Caribbean. With that being said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Legacies.
Dick, I would like you to ask yourself this one simple question. What would Jesus do? What would Jesus grade me as? Thanks.
That's definitely a beautiful.